Audience with Cilvereq, Earthquake, two friends that never met each other. When I was a freshman, I lived in an all-boys dorm, and there was two others. There was the all-girls dorm, and it was the co-ed. I was supposed to be at the co-ed's building with the boys and girls, but we'll just say situations didn't happen, and it just fell through. So I'm in the all boys dorm, aka Sausage Fest, which I didn't like at all. I didn't want that label at all. So every single night after practice and after my schoolwork was finished, I'll go to the dorm with by myself. I made it a mission. How I got to connect? All right, we're just gonna run through it like this. There was welcome weekend, and freshmen had to attend. It was a glow-in-the-dark party, and I saw this one girl with orange shoes. So I was like, hey, we could be friends. And she was like, yeah, all right. So that was my pass in. So I went in, and pretty soon I was like the usual guest. They were like, oh, not you again, Cilver. Now I couldn't stay past 2. So they had to sign me in, and I'll go upstairs into the lounge area, the common area on the 2nd floor. It was 3 floors. So I went there and go chill. Pretty soon, 4 went to 8, went to 6, 10. So now I have 10. I'm chilling there. So it's a 10-to-1 ratio. That's good in my favor. So since it was an all-girls dorm, girls just be walking back and forth, back and forth. So one of the girls did that and became curious. Was a girl named Crystal. Now Crystal had no filter at all. She was from Philly, and we got along. Whenever I wasn't hanging out with the crew, I'll hang out with Crystal. And she just kept it a buck. She was like, listen, quality over quantity. You have quantity, you need quality. I was like, you know, you're right. She out here dropping jewels. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of them. So I dispersed the crew. I had about 3 or 4. So I'll just hang out with them. What had happened was, sophomore year ended. I was in the middle of my junior year, and I hang out in the lunchroom and once in a while, if I see a girl that I'm interested in or just caught my eye, I tell my teammates or my roommate, listen, I'll be back. I'll see y'all later. They're like, I bet. So I'll go over there and just go chop it up with them. So one of these girl groups had a model in there. It was about 3 other of her friends, and they were cool. So, and pretty soon we developed a bond. So whenever I wasn't hanging out with my teammates / roommates, or I wasn't hanging out with Crystal, I go there, go sit with them at dinner time. Girls in there, her name was Jade. Now Jade reminded me a lot of Crystal. When I felt like the conversation would be dead with, you know, Jade's crew, I'd be like, you know what, I'm leaving. And they'd be like, yo, why are you in a rush leaving? You sit down here and you talk to us. And then I was like, you know what, you're right. I don't have anything. I don't have any tests. You know what, you got it. So she would talk to me, you know, like that, you know, just straight up, leaving out the fluff and just talking transparent. But they never met each other. So senior year comes around. So fast forward, we graduate. So my roommate was the only one that was graduating the following year. So I called up my roommate and said, listen, I know I promised you that I'll visit you when you're a senior. I'm about to do it. He's like, when? In April. He's like, I bet. Cool. Also, during this time, I went to go visit Marine. So you guys go check out what happened with me and Marine. It was for a weekend. The only time that I'll be literally just chilling at my roommate's house was only when I was sleeping or changing clothes and go. That's it. I was just in and out of his apartment. After that, it was about a Saturday, early Saturday. I went to go visit Jade. And it was one solo chair and it was another couch. And none of her roommates were there. And we were watching Law and Order. Right next to me was a picture of water saying, just flow. Or, you know, go with the flow. My bad. Go with the flow. So the day after, I woke up, I said, hey, yo, Jade, I'm about to say bye to you, but I want to see you face to face. She was like, all right, cool. So I go up there. Before I go up there, Jade was like, listen, you going to go pick me up some orange juice? I'm like, where? She said, go to this dorm and you go pick up some orange juice before you go and see me. I was like, hold on. who is she talking to? Who she thinks she is? But you know what? I'm going to handle this when I see her face to face. So then I go pick up some orange juice. I told my roommate, I was like, listen, I'm going to pick up some orange juice. Like, where? At this cafeteria hall. So he's like, all right, why don't you just use my card? I have a lot of money on my card. So I was like, all right, cool. So he gave me a swipe. So, you know, bless. So after that, as soon as I see Jade and she opens up the door, I just chucked the orange juice right in her face. I was like, here. And then she was like, whoa, who you copping the attitude with? I'm like, listen, you go making demands about orange juice and all of a sudden, listen, we don't need all that, all right? I just came here to just say bye, and that was about it. So then we talked for a little bit, and she had some blueberry muffins. I forgot the name of the brand. So she said, hey, you can have one. I'm like, no, I'm taking the whole box because of that. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, listen, you live an hour and a half away. You go back to Ohio, and you go pick up a new box. She's like, nah, my mom got me. I'm like, listen, it doesn't matter. I'm taking this whole box. I end up not carrying the whole box, but you catch my drift. I was serious. I was like, listen, when I leave, I'm going to visit you when you're a senior. So she was a junior at this time. So she's like, all right, cool. I go hang out with my roommate and I fly off. I told her I was going to go visit her. So I go down to school, and we'll just say that she had different priorities. And that was what happened. Before you guys go, hopefully like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video, please. And thanks for watching the back.